Welcome to Anime Out of Context, a comedy review show where a man completely immersed in anime culture torments his co-host, who is only allowed to watch the shows featured here. If you'd like to support the show, you can do so at patreon.com/animeoutofcontext. Alongside over 100 hours of exclusive bonus material, all episodes uploaded to Patreon are completely ad-free, even to non-patrons. Thank you for listening, and enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Anime Out of Context, the show where I attempt to explain the sometimes weird, sometimes wonderful, but always hilarious world of anime.
And what's that body pillow in your backseat there, bud?
I'm Shaun Rollins.
I'm Remington Chase.
Remington?
Yep.
It's summer.
It is. It is boiling hot at all hours of every day.
Yeah. We live in a desert state. It ain't pretty.
It's genuinely extremely rough. It has been
triple digits for 2 months straight.
Yeah, it's been fucked. Outside is a nightmare.
Yeah. So watch that carbon footprint, y'all. Best to your ability. Cause, government sure ain't helping with that. But we're not here to talk about that specifically, Rem. What we're here to talk about is the fact that the summer's anime season is in full swing right now. As we've been super topical lately by already covering one show from it, I figured it would be a great opportunity to dip in a bit more chaotically, as we like to do from time to time.
Okay.
Because, Rem, there are a lot of shows this summer season, and a lot of them are varying in subject matter and quality.
Oh yeah, I mean, we truly hit such great heights of quality last week, so I can't wait.
Well, last week was a spring anime, so that doesn't count.
Oh, my bad. Oh.
Yeah. We did Shikanoko, which was the summer anime, and you liked that one.
I did.
So really, summer so far, anime-wise, has been going great for you.
Yeah, sure.
In terms of the new season, it's been going great, man.
Oh,
you gotta be satisfied. You gotta be happy. You've gotten one really good one that you enjoyed.
All right, so this is just a justification to throw me another absolute trash in a row.
Well,
all right, cool, let's see it.
No, Rem, that wouldn't be very fun, would it?
Sure,
just
yeah.
Picking one and making you suffer through it. Because, there is an anime this season that was expected to do okay, but did right in the low sixes.
Holy shit.
That would be one I could show you. But where's the fun in just picking that and having you go straight into it? No, Rem. Instead, I'm gonna have you choose.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have you choose between 3 shows with minimal information, but the good news is you get to ask me 2 questions about each show. And I will answer them as honestly as possible. Just simple rule is you can't ask what the show is. You can ask questions about the show and aspects of the show, but not specifically what is the show.
Okay, all right. So the questions have to be relevant to finding information about the show, but in an indirect way.
Correct. And
cool.
I'll even give you the benefit of telling you the Japanese name of the show.
Wow.
Yeah.
How useful.
Yeah. So, Remington, the first show you get to choose from is one that's simply titled Tokidoki Bosotto Roshiago Dereru Tonari no Alya-san.
Okay.
All right.
First question, what's the genre?
The genre is a comedy romance.
Look, I enjoy comedies, I enjoy romances. Anime comedy romances are universally trash.
Uh-huh.
Do I even need a second question? I'm probably just gonna say fuck that one.
Okay.
I'm foregoing my second question. I don't comedy romance with anime doesn't work. It doesn't work out.
Okay. All right. Next up on the list, Make Heroin ga Ōsugiru.
All right, once again, I'll ask for the genre.
Oh man, that's a comedy romance, dog.
Oh no. Don't do this to me. Comedy romance.
Hey, I promise you the last one's not a comedy romance.
Okay, what's the hook? All right, what's the unique distinguishing thing about the show? All right, basically, people tell their friends, oh, it's a comedy romance, but what follows that but?
Okay, the but for this one is the main dude His main thing is helping loser girls.
I fucking hate. All right, I don't like it. Scrap it. Next one.
Okay, this is the last one.
Oh God.
This one is called Giji Harem.
All right. Genre?
Slice of life.
Okay, follow-up question. Is that just a specific pronunciation of harem?
Yes.
God damn! You fucker! You piece of... All right, back to the first one.
Back to the first one. Okay. You still, yeah, so you want that second question then?
yeah, would like that second question.
Okay, yeah, sure, hell. Hit me with it.
Oh, fuck.
If you need me to repeat the title of the anime, I can also do that.
Don't. It doesn't help. All right. Where do you personally think the creators' priorities were? Do you think it was in, like, for example, you could be like, oh yeah, they created a really thoughtful script, or you're like, oh, they wanted it to have the funniest gags possible, or you're like, their priorities were making a bunch of fucking money. Where do you personally think that was their highest priority about this show? They could have other priorities, but what's their number one?
I would say, like, if those three are the options.
Well, I mean, there could be any number, just whatever you feel. You know, deep down.
Their priority was they had a semi-interesting idea for Gap Moe and wanted to implement it.
What the fuck is Gap Moe? What the fuck?
God, do I have to explain it to you every time? All right, fair enough.
So
Gap Moe, Remington, is, you know Moe, right? That, like,
yeah.
The idea.
That's the half I understand.
Yeah. Where your heart is, like, it makes you happy inside, it makes you giddy, your heart is happy, you know, your heart gets a boner,
sure.
whatever you want to call it.
Okay, yeah.
Gap Moe is a trait in characters where you're presented with a character and you are, you know, you have a good idea of what they're like, right, on the surface and such, and they are, you know, pretty straightforward in a lot of ways and very consistent throughout lots of things. But then they have one aspect about them that is very different from their established characters that has a bit more impact because of the difference in it. So there's a gap in what causes that Moe reaction, essentially.
Okay. God, I'm going to choose the first one because the other two frighten me more.
Okay, fair enough.
I learned enough about the other two where, you know, at best it'd be an uphill battle. I don't like this one's odds either.
Yeah.
But it's less disqualifying than the other two.
Well, the good news for you, Rem, is of the three, there was a ranking in Mal scores of people that watched them. You chose the middle ranked one.
Okay. All right.
All right. The first one that you outright disregarded was Make Heroin ga Ōsugiru, which translates to Make ine Too Many Losing Heroines.
Okay, yep.
About a dude who has no interest in romance, but wants to help his female friends who kind of suck with plans on getting with the guys that they're interested in. Pretty straightforward. It's a comedy.
I don't like. I feel uncomfortable with the premise.
Yeah. Well, hey, that's the most popular one of the three.
Yep, checks out.
The other one that you rejected was Giji Harem or Pseudo Harem. This is the one that isn't explicitly listed as a romance. But, you know, it's got that subtext.
Oh, yeah. Real subtext right there.
Yep. And it's about the interactions, one might say relationship, between the main character and his kohai in the drama club, who, the main character has had the dream of being, like, to be popular and have a harem fawning over him, you know? As all normal people do. I'm sure.
Jesus Christ.
But his new junior has decided to help him realize that wish by using her acting talents to perform stereotypical character stuff and just enjoy spending time with her new friend.
All right. I am happy I didn't choose either of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how happy I am with the choice I made, but I'm happy with the choices I didn't make.
Yeah, and that one was the lowest rated of the three.
Yep.
All right. Well then, Rem, The anime we're going to be watching today is Tokidoki Bosotto Roshiago de Dereru Tonari no Alya-san. Or the English translation, Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian.
Okay, so it's... Okay, I feel like I already see
what the path it's
through
going
line
down
here.
Yeah,
I have to say I'm not thrilled about it, but like I don't know. I guess I'm less
scared,
frightened than I would be of the others. So,
and hey, if you really wanted Rem to react to one of those other two, send me some emails with recommending and request it. That way, it's more likely they show up sooner.
Jesus.
But Remington, this is a light novel adaptation. If you couldn't tell by the title. And it's pretty straightforward. It's about our main character, Alisa Kujo, and our other main character, Masachika Kuze. Yeah?
That's gonna confuse the fuck out of me, I'm sure.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. Like her nickname is Alya, so that's pretty easy to remember.
Okay, that helps.
Yeah, so Alya and Kuze is probably the way you're gonna remember, or Masachika, one of the two. But Alya is a half Japanese, half Russian girl. She, on the outset, she is smart, refined, kind of like the quote-unquote school idol type of character. And most people seem to see her as, just the most unreachable perfect girl in their class, which, we've seen that.
But that all comes to a head after she meets a deer girl.
And the deer girl speaks Russian, funnily enough.
It's crazy.
Which, hilariously, I would completely expect to have happen in that show. But no. No. She is regularly sat next to, in class, Masachika Kuze. And he is a pretty straightforward dude. But she kind of has a little bit of a crush on him, because she's so concerned about her outer image, she's not really willing to address it. But she needs to release some of the pent-up stress somehow. So what she does is, her genius plan is to say what she's thinking in Russian. Because what are the chances that the guy she has a crush on also speaks a little Russian?
But then, of course, he does. So then he knows what's going on, but she doesn't know that he knows, and he doesn't want to intrude with the fact that he knows, but he shouldn't know, and now it's too late to tell her that he would know, and so they awkwardly sidestep a whole bunch. Blah, 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 blah. All right. It's going to be generic trash. It's
Hey, man, you chose the middle of the road option, so I don't know what you were hoping for.
The other two sound worse still. You can tell me, but the weebs liked one of them more. Fuck you, buddy. That doesn't mean anything. It's like, hey, but one of these anime is about somebody with a savior complex. Okay, yeah, weebs eat that shit up, but I don't.
Oh, so you're saying that of the two you didn't choose, the Pseudo Harem one would have been the more interesting one?
No, they both would have been bad. You gave me 3 poison pills, and I chose the one with the least amount of cyanide, all right? I'll still probably not make it out of here alive, but I gave myself the best fucking odds.
Tell you what, Rem, next time we do an anime from this particular season, none of them will be romantic comedies or slice of life with quote-unquote romantic subtext, is how it's phrased on Mal.
Oh, okay.
So, because there are a variety of shows that have appeared on there. I just thought it would be a little bit funny to give you 3 shows with different ratings and similar themes. Because, I had a feeling that the questions you asked would be genre-related. Haha. God, this is going to be great. But Remington, I think that's it. Without further ado, let's go straight into watching some. Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian. And we are back after watching 3 whole episodes of Tokidoki Bosotto Roshiago de Dereru Tonari no Alya-san, or Alya sometimes hides her feelings in Russian, and Remington. This was the middle of the road option, so surely you must be feeling at worst neutral about the whole show.
Shaun?
Yeah?
Have you been reading your Bible?
No, Rem, I can't say that I have.
Well, let's have a little Bible lesson, a little Bible study.
Oh,
right?
I see.
Welcome to Bible Out of Context, everybody.
Oh man, this is fantastic. Yeah, because this is this is the great way to draw people in on an anime. Bring up Christianity. Let's see how this goes.
So you know the story of Job, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you know about the story of Job, Shaun? Tell me about it.
God. Was he the one that got eaten by the fish? Or am I
No, he definitely was not. That would be a very different lesson for today.
Yeah.
You ever feel like a whale is eating you?
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest, Rem. I'm drawing a solid blank.
So with the story of Job, how it opens up, God is looking down at humanity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And God just thinking to himself, man, I fucking nailed this.
Yeah.
And the devil shows up and is like, well, okay, God, I've just been looking around, right? And I just got some questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, this guy Job, right? And God is, oh man, he's overjoyed. He's like, hey, talking about Job, that's my boy right there. That's my boy. He's holier than the rest of them. He will never falter, all right? He is a righteous man through and through. I love that guy. And Devil's like, well, he lives a pretty good life, doesn't he? God's like, yeah, he has everything he could ever want, right? He has a happy family, a good house. He has a lovely farm animals. It's just great, living out in the country. He has everything he could want. And God's like, well, the Devil's like, well, maybe he's not as righteous as you think, God. God's like, what the fuck did you say about my boy Job? And the Devil's like, okay, wait a moment. What if he only is so righteous and believes in you so strongly because everything's going great for him? I bet you if he faced adversity, if he struggled a little bit, then he'd start questioning your benevolence. And God's like, bet. And so God then tortures the shit out of Job, just ruins this man's life, kills Job's wife and children and his animals, ruins his house, gives him blisters. It's a rough time. And when everybody hears about this, when Job is like, what the fuck? This sucks. I still believe in God, but I'm sort of confused, if I'm being honest. Which, fair. All of Job's friends are like, well, we have explanations for your suffering, and there's a few differences in the nuance, but what they largely amount to is more or less, well, Job, you must have done something wrong if God is punishing you like this.
Yeah,
and Job
this
is
is
like,
familiar.
no.
This seems familiar.
Job's like, no, I was fine. All right, I was fine. God did this. I don't really know why, but I didn't do anything wrong to cause this. That's a struggle. And then a guy fucking pops in at the end and is like, you don't deserve to know, you little bitch. Shut the fuck up. And that's how it's resolved. But ignoring that end portion, I think it does get us really thinking about the nature of suffering, Shaun. And
yeah.
And so, I don't... If there's any, cosmic order of the things, or any deities, I don't necessarily spurn them. I don't think I'm being targeted. Although in the story of Job, then again, he is very specifically targeted.
Mm-hmm.
It's just one of these grand, unknowable cosmic forces of a certain malevolence and destruction and despair that happen to hold me in their grips. And they happen to do so, on pretty regularly on a weekly basis. And it just coincidentally. And it just has me thinking about that story of Job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to have some self-reflection in your life from time to time, Rem. It really, broadens your perspective on things. I'm glad that you're able to do that for yourself. But that completely irrelevant story aside, Rem, what'd you think of the anime we watched today? We don't have to do a play-by-play for this one if you don't want to, Rem. We can just go into, all your favorite parts.
Oh, right. All my favorite parts. All right. So this anime, it's clear that it has effort put into the art.
Mm.
I am happy that this just seems to be kind of it's getting normalized that anime just look like this now, which is great because it is pretty.
It is. It is a very pretty show.
It does lose its luster because it is feeling like as it's getting normalized, most shows are about this pretty, regardless of the quality of anything else. Which, it's fine in that, hey, things are improving on that front. It just makes it less interesting. And, I want something different once in a while. But Lord knows anime isn't good at novelty. As we can see here, because, man, all the characters, their personalities, their relationships with one another, and how they speak to one another. I'll tell you what, you just go back when I was like in 7th grade, right?
Oh, yep.
And all of the weebs are behaving and saying all of these same things. Because they saw shows exactly like this and they're trying to emulate it, you see. They're like, oh, if I am aloof and pretending to be chivalrous, even though I'm actually kind of an insensitive asshole pervert, if I'm all of those things, right, then the women will flock to me for some reason. And the girls are taught, well, yeah, and if I am some weird combination of abusive and non-communicative and terrible and all of these things, or if I want to fuck my brother or something, I don't know.
Wait, I don't know if you can sneak that in there, Ram. Why are you bringing that up? Definitely wasn't an unexpected aspect of this show that you weren't prepared for. Why would you bring that up?
Oh God! So the show presents a little bit of a love triangle, right? Where it's basically, all right, we got our bland bitch protagonist. You know the deal. There's a Russian tsundere. You know the deal. And there's another girl who seems to connect a lot with bland bitch protagonist, and apparently they're childhood friends. Ooh, there's jealousy simmering. Let's see who's gonna get him. But then in episode 2, we see him go home, and she's there, and it turns out she's actually not a childhood friend. She's his sister, and she was just openly flirting with him in public. And he doesn't tell anybody because he likes it, and he doesn't want to be judged. And he doesn't want to be judged for people thinking that he's fucking his sister, which he probably is. He doesn't want the judgment, but he does want the activity. So it's just how it goes. So that's basically the first 2 episodes, and then 3rd episode is just exposition and introducing another girl that there's going to be a twist reveal about later that's already been foreshadowed. Don't worry about it. I don't give a shit. We're not even going to touch on that.
It almost sounds like that last episode you finished right before recording and very, very quickly skimmed through it.
I wish I skimmed through it much faster.
I can't help but feel like you're not giving the show the effort it deserves, Rem.
Oh, is that the case? Oh, I'm missing all of the nuance. Once again, it's everything you've ever seen before. There's nothing new here.
Well, it is the one you picked, Rem.
Vanity, all is vanity. Have you read the Bible recently, Shaun?
Yes, we at the start of the episode. Or this part of the episode, and no, I haven't.
There's this book, Ecclesiastes, right?
Oh, okay, all right.
And with Ecclesiastes, one of the big things is that there's nothing new under the sun, right? Everything that exists has existed. Everything that has been done before. And so striving, essentially very Ozymandias style message that can either can deprive you of the zest of life or encourage a certain liberation from the bounds of external obligation to a certain degree, right? It's a great one of the best books in the Bible, frankly. Beautiful passage. And while I do recognize that there's nothing new under the sun, I still wish there was a little bit more variety, right?
Right.
Because it's not that I'm asking for something purely novel that has truly never been done before. That has never is in no connection to anything done before. I just don't want the exact same thing that I have received dozens of times, right? That would be swell. That would be great. Because, yeah, we get our bland bitch protagonist, and he's like, oh, I can't let her know that I speak Russian, right? I can't let her know that, because that would embarrass her, and I'm a good guy. I don't want to embarrass her. At the same time, A-okay with embarrassing her by telling her, hey, I saw your panties, and it was a spectacular view. He's fine doing that.
Mm-hmm.
He's A-okay doing that. He also just, like, they can never communicate about their feelings. Oh, God, no. Oh, God, no. How could I tell a girl I like her? Especially, I don't know, that might anger my sister who I'm porking. Like that.
Okay, I have to state for the record, he is not porking his sister.
Disagree. I agree they don't show it. They don't show him porking his sister.
It'd be a very different show if that was the case.
Would it be that different of a show? I posit.
Well, Rem, I wouldn't have been able to show it to you on the podcast if it was.
So weirdly, a better show. They should have shown the porking, and then I wouldn't have suffered. Weird how that works.
I mean, until, like, you know, I completely snap and devolve into the degenerate that people want me to be and just show you pure hentai, which we get a lot of requests for me to do, and I don't know why.
Yeah, I wish this was more novel, all right? This feels like the vaguely scandalous, horny anime of the season that a lot of people still enjoy. You know how it goes. Yeah. There's always like one or two vaguely scandalous anime that people are like, oh my god, but like, there's guys, I don't know what to tell you, they're everywhere. It's not this. I'm losing it. It's just the same old bullshit. It's just the same. Here's what's gonna happen. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna go cry into my Bible. I think that's been the theme of the episode.
Oh, I see. At
least the Bible, you know, a very non-problematic book. All the characters are very fleshed out.
Oh yeah. Definitely nothing suspicious or concerning in there.
Not a single thing.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
No. What was the story about the guy again? What was the moral about the guy who got eaten by a whale? What was his moral?
Hey, that one, that's not even a great example, because that story is unironically great satire.
Oh, okay.
All
right, fair enough.
The story, because that story, all right, we're doing Bible out of context a little bit more, all right? We're just...
So you don't have to talk about it, and you don't have to talk about all the panty shots and the down shirt
shots,
and...
Look, all of that I've ranted about before. You know what I haven't ranted nearly as much about on this, but I can't say never, because it's probably happened. And it may have happened a couple times, but not as much as the other rants. Me talking about Jonah and the whale, right?
Okay.
Or really Jonah and the big fish. So that it's genuinely written as satire. For like Jonah is the quintessential shitty prophet, right? He's supposed to go and warn all the people that they need to repent or they're fucked, right? That's what he needs to do.
Seems simple enough.
Because that's what prophets do, god damn it. But Jonah's like, I really don't want to, though. It's not a fun gig to show up and be like, you're all sinning, it's all fucked, it's all looking bad, you need to change your ways. People just yell at you, and nobody really listens. It's very ineffectual, right? It's just not fun. And so he's like, I am not gonna... Thanks, God. I appreciate the offer. I'm a pass.
Interesting.
And he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna go sail for a while. I'm gonna go sail. So he goes to sail. And when he's sailing, really just to get the fuck out of there, he falls asleep. He's a sleepy boy. He's not a man of action. Everybody else is manning the ship.
Right.
And suddenly this hellacious storm hits. An awful storm, Shaun.
Okay.
And things are going bad. The whole crew, they're like, we're gonna die. And they're like, somebody here has pissed off their god. So they go around to check on everybody, being like, did you piss off your god? I didn't piss off my god. My god fucking loves me, okay? Did you piss off your god? And they ask around, nobody's pissed off their god, but then they're like, oh, fuck, what about fucking Jonah? They wake Jonah up and they're like, Jonah, we're all about to die, all right? Did you recently piss off your god? And Jonah's like, you're crazy, you should mention that. there may have, I might have, you know what, that does sound familiar. And they're like, what the fuck, Jonah, you asshole? And he's like, you know what, I am the asshole in this situation. I get it. You don't need to throw me overboard. I'll go myself. He hops in, a big old fish gets him, and he vibes in the fish for a little while and is like, man, I did fuck up. While he's in the fish, he prays to God and he's like, hey, fair dues, honestly. That's my bad. That's on me, God. I'm good now. I'm good now, though. And so God sends him out of the fish, has the fish vomit him up, and Jonah goes to preach finally, right, and prophesy. And he goes and warns everybody, and he's like, you're gonna be fucked. You're gonna be fucked, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't change your ways. And then the people, they just kind of change their ways, and they're all fine. So they don't get destroyed. Which seems like happy ending, right? That's great. That's a surprising result, but okay. But Jonah's kind of pissed. Because he's like, I was just telling those people that they were fucked. And then they lived. What the fuck, God? And God's like, no, that's great news, Jonah. Jonah, that's a good thing. And Jonah's like, no, fuck you. Fuck you, God. He tries to hide underneath underneath like a leaf. And then God wilts away the leaf. And Jonah's like, fuck this shit. And God's like, are you really that upset? And Jonah genuinely says, yes, I'm so upset I could die. And God's just like, all right, you're a bit of a bitch, but I appreciate the assistance. Thanks, Jonah. And that's how it leaves. Like, Jonah's just a little whiny piece of shit, and the story knows that, and it's just making fun. It's like, what if there was a really shitty preacher, basically?
Oh, and here's an important question then, Rem. How often is that story misinterpreted as serious?
I would say 98% of the time.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, it shouldn't surprise you, Shaun, that many people, their reaction to all of the Bible is, this is all... It's like how people who don't understand Shakespeare read Shakespeare. They're like, this is all very serious, very important.
Which is great when they're reading one of the comedies.
Yeah, and then like people who understand Shakespeare, it's like, Shakespeare, another dick joke in there. Very well done, very funny. Right? It's just how it goes. And the Bible, while not quite as irreverent as Shakespeare, it definitely has its moments where it's like, hey, we're just having a little bit of fun here. And if you read it all in just a single way, you're gonna lose a lot of that texture. So yeah, there you go. There's the story of Jonah. Genuinely a much better story than this week's anime.
So it was pretty, but the substance left a little bit much to be desired, is what you're saying.
You're overstating the value still.
Well, Rem, this is the one you chose.
Fuck you. Fuck you.
I gave you two perfectly good options from this season, and I figured, letting you choose was a courtesy on my part.
Look, they were all gonna be fucked, and somehow I chose the middle one, which is crazy to me.
Well, middle one is rated by weebs, at least.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So it's meaningless?
It's not meaningless. Sometimes you agree with the weebs.
Very rare.
Well, in that case, Rem, what do you think the mouse score for this show is, keeping in mind that there are, at the time of this recording, I think only 5 episodes out?
I don't. The weebs are all so horny, so it starts at a 10 out of 10 because they're weebs and they're horny. And then we reduce it because it's trash and it's really bad. Mm-hmm. Oh God! Oh no! What if it's high? What if it's high? Shaun?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say a number I think is too high.
Okay. Right? Okay.
And I'm also gonna follow that up with something.
Okay.
I'm gonna guess that it's gonna be a 7.6. I think the weebs were seduced by the pretty and all the trappings of everything, and they're horny. Shaun.
Yeah.
When you give me the score.
Yeah, Rem. Yeah.
If you begin the number, if the first number is 8 point blah blah blah, I'm gonna leave the room, and you finish the episode. That's just all up to you. Then that's just all up to you. That's what's going to happen. I'm just letting you know. So my guess is 7.6. We'll say 7.62 to be a little bit more specific. What it should be, and what I'm kind of hoping is like, oh, the weeps kind of realized it was trash. It's a 7.09 or some shit, right? That's what I'm hoping. So, what is it? Don't you fucking dare. Don't you laugh. Don't you laugh, because that makes me worried.
Well, Rem, it is the new summer 2024 season, yeah? And so not many people have reviewed every show in this. Only 42,000 people have ranked this one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Compared to the one that has the highest score, where only 16,000 ranked, and the lowest score where the same 16,000. I assume it's the same 16,000.
The exact same.
The exact same
people, 1-to-1.
Ranked that one lower.
So this is the most popular one.
This is the most popular one.
All right. Already not a great sign.
Yeah.
But maybe it's because, like, scandalous spectacle.
But with those 42,000
Don't you
ratings...
How did I undershot it? How did I undershoot it?
Alya sometimes hides her feeling in Russian. Is sitting nice and pretty at an 8.03.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck you.
Rev, come back. Rev, I'll tell you about the bad reviews. Come back, please. I can't do this on my own. Rev, please. Oh, God, I think he's actually left. Oh, God, I think he's actually left. I'm of the opinion I should not be punished for this. So I may just have Dylan do it all. So, you know, if Rem doesn't come back, that's probably what's gonna happen. Dylan's gonna be pissed, but that's okay. I'll bribe him with lemons, and he'll love that. God, Rem, please come back. Please come back, Rem. Rem has just sent me 3 skull emojis, skull and crossbones specifically, signifying that he is dead. Which is unfortunate because it's a little hard to do a 2-man comedy podcast by yourself. I am not funny enough alone. I need someone to bounce off of. Hey, Rem, you know, want to talk about the Bible again, Rem? We can talk about the Bible again. I know that makes you happy. Why don't you tell me about the unicorn that's in the Bible? There's one of those, yeah? Yeah, I know you know about it. Yeah, you gotta tell me about that. If anything, Weebs, this is your fault. The way this episode is ending is your fault. Because, like, what am I supposed to do? So many of you requested this show. So many. Oh, God. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do this all on my own. Well, I know what the answer to Remington's question is going to be. Hey, Rem, do you wanna watch more of this? If he was in the room, he'd say something along the lines of, "Oh, fuck you, Shaun, I'm gonna kill you." That kind of thing. He would be very upset. And I was like, well, thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed Remington leaving and scaring our fan base quite a bit, and me especially, then please head on over to wherever you get your podcast and leave us a review. They mean the world to us, and we do read every single one. And if that is not enough for you, twitch.tv/animeoutofcontext for myself, Dylan, and Remington, probably, sometimes play video games very poorly. And if that is still not enough for you, patreon.com/animeoutofcontext, where you gain access to all kinds of bonus material, including being thanked live on the podcast. Wild shot here. Hey, Rem, who we thanking this week? Motherfucker's not coming back. I'm not prepared to do a Patreon read by myself. I can't do that. I can't read. How the fuck am I supposed to do that? Oh yeah, no, Patreon fully crashed on me. Oh, that's fun. Shit. Shit. Okay, Ren, please come back. I promise I'll show you something better next week. Have you heard of sample selection bias? Oh, fuck me running. Okay. Typing it now. Please come back. I need you. I'm sorry to Dylan, who's gonna have to edit around this mess. No, Rem, don't do this! Don't do this to me, Rem! According to Rem, I must commit to the bit. The episode is better this way. Finish it out. Okay. Cool. Awesome. I can't even load Patreon. Fuck. Send me a screen cap of your lists, you absolute prick. I cannot believe I actually have to do this by myself. Okay, apologies in advance, patrons. Remington's ability to commit to the bit is stronger than I anticipated. So, who we're thanking this week? Me? As always, we'd love to say thanks to our bland bitch protagonists and magical girls, but we are moving on to the yandere waifu tier, who definitely won't abandon you in their time of need. And on that list we have Amoe Piece of Trash, Aisha Gaji, AJ Tunnels, Amazing Muffin, and every day that Raven comes to visit. Batman couldn't hate fuck that information out of me. Been a while since I've changed my name on here, but I got a third 4.0, and I'm changing my major from funeral, and it cuts off. Bento Kato, Blake Star, Rock Hard for Geodude, Shadow the Hedgehog is a bitch-ass motherfucker. Cat girls are best girls, so give them cute little paws. Cheese Monkey, Daddy Rem, tell me a bedtime story, Danielle Riot. Derpixion Worshipper, Diana Madrid. Erica McCorkle, Fantide, Farmer Weeb, Weekly Positive, your self-worth is determined by you. You don't have to depend on someone else telling you who you are. Fern the guy learning guitar by watching anime. Fuzzy Paws goes at Judy hops like a sex master after a Funkalicious class. My god, dudes. And Remington isn't even here to hear that one. Ginger Weeb, Glenn Michael Dolan, Hey Tracer 01. Haruhi Suzumiya. Hey Shaun, want some fuck? Hi, I'm your newest patron. Welcome to Hellboys. Hollow is best girl. I can't believe I made an account for this. I know the combination to a certain padlock on a certain gate in a certain military base, and I think that's pretty neat. Fantastic. I want Rem to double stuff my chocolate cream. My god. I will never get more Ace of the Diamond, now I cry. I'm the original guy that made you say cunt every week. The other guy is just a pretender. Jace the Mindfucker, Jam Hands, Jax, Cassidy, Leonard98, Link Joe Girl, Lucky Star is the King of Moe, Macaroni Uchiha, making fake mail account so I can rate Forest Fairy 5, 10 out of 10, Mikeka 7, Hierto, Misaka is watching the crossover show Suicide Girl Seek Isekai, my favorite dinosaur is a Triceratops, Necrodancer 1415, Nick, Onichichi 10 out of 10 Family Show, Paco El Musico, Professor Fox. Pro tips out of context. Chalice broke now. The pellets with the poison is in the flagon with the dragon pestle vessel brewed true. Regulatrion. Rem doesn't completely hate my favorite shows. Rem hit rock bottom is still on top of Shaun. Rem uses the drums of liberations to free all weebs from bad anime. Remington is right. Rhiannon Williams, Ross Palmer, say hi to that guy's fiance, I think it's Haley. Segoi Dekai, that's what she said. Seraphim the Shark plushie. Shaun can do these nuts. Shaun, I am your mother, says Darth Margaret Thatcher. Join the goon side. Fucking atrocious, thank you. Shaun ruined my happy sugar life when he said he will finally reveal his true colors on September 2nd, 2024. What kind of premonition bullshit is this? Shaun's weekly Judy Hopps jar update. There looks to be a shallow puddle around the feet. Oh god, I didn't... Y'all are getting scarily creative, let's just call it that. Shaun Show Rem Kaguya-sama dubbed and My Life is Yours. Well, hey, stay alive on my account, please. Shaun wants to give the Spoon Man a thank and yank. Stacy's mom, Super Zoo, Turban. The Big Hole says that the next name is a dum-dum. The capybara is sad, probably because you called him a dum-dum. The Danish Viking will conquer the world with Warnor Zoro as my navigator. Good luck. The Flying Spaghetti Monster, the guy who make you say every week. That's worse than the other guy. You should watch as the plot of Dokidoki Literature Club Non Sayori. Okay, you know what? Fair, funny. The Susanator. Tiger Lily Snake, Titan CNH, Totally God Doobity Dabity Do. Unhinged Prax, Utah #1. Uwu, who's my nerdy little baby Uwu. Fucking have fun with that soundbite, Dylan. Watching Requiem for a Spoonman at 0.5 speed. Welcome to Anime in Full and Complete Context, the show where Wes Kane. Where's our DBZ review, you gingerfuck? One day. Why Shaun, Wolfire 56, Yandere Neko, Xanax. And moving on up to our Boy Wizard tier, where this year, everybody, in honor of Remington, who has horrifically abandoned me, is going to get a specific story from the Bible, because I genuinely am so flabbergasted. So you have him to thank for this. Allfather hasn't yet gone viral after forgetting to turn off his stream, but that's probably because he hasn't actually streamed. You're going to get Genesis 6:9 through 9:17, which is Noah and the Flood, apparently. Remington is going to criticize the hell out of these Bible picks if he actually decides to listen to who am I kidding? Of course he won't. Animated Z, you're going to get Genesis 1:3. Anime mashup of the week, How Not to Summon a Girlfriend. You're going to get Genesis 11.1 through 9. I suppose they don't say the point, they just say 11.1.9. I'm not religious. Beethoven 12:01, you're going to get Genesis 12:9. And you know what? All the way through to 17:8. There you go. Have fun with those. I hope. Blood Cell asks, can you imagine an imaginary menagerie manager imagining managing an imaginary menagerie? You can have Exodus 1:8 through 2:1. Or 2:10, I suppose. Passages don't make sense to me. Carver 271, you can have Exodus 3:1 through 15. Crimson Reapers, just because of the size, you get to have Exodus 6:10, 11:10. Or sorry, 7:6 to 11:10. Crosskirk, you're going to get Manna and the Quail. Oh, sorry, I read the actual title of it. Exodus 16 is what that's called. Never fucking heard of that one. But then again, I've never read the Bible, so, you know. I am a regulation listener that used to listen to Face Jam, but now listen to 100% Eat. You're going to get numbers 13:1 through 14:12. Interesting. I don't think you heard me. I said blimey. Still gets me. You're going to get numbers 22:21 through 38. I summon the ultimate Exodia. You get Deuteronomy 5:1 through 22, which apparently is the Ten Commandments. Interesting. I'm Remington Chase coming to you from Shaun's mother's basement. You're going to get Deuteronomy 34. I, Remington, am a Kappa and love to see all everybody's Patreon names. You're going to get Joshua 5:13 through 6:27. Miguel De Leon, you're going to get 1 Samuel 8. Mike, you're going to get 1 Kings 19. Monogatari has everything you ever said in one anime. This week has CGI ever, but it fits and becomes genius. Oh, worst CGI ever. My brain skips words. You get Ruth 1:4. Nightshade Blade wants to gush over magical girls. I don't know why you would. You get 1 King 6. God, my... Pan Expert, you get Ezra 1. Where Kuki says Nananbiori is the best slice of life show, and I want to hear Ren's opinion on it even wrong, you get Isaiah 618. Roskop, you get Isaiah 7117. Ryus, you're going to get Isaiah's Message of Comfort, which is Isaiah 40:11. 41 through 11. Sammy K is beautifying enough doggos to up her Patreon membership. We appreciate it. We really do. And to show how much we appreciate it, you get Jeremiah 18. Which, by the way, gang, if none of y'all are Christian or care about that, that's okay. Remington's not, and he's read the Bible multiple times. So, hey, there you go. Have fun with that. Scourge, best $20 spent, LMAO. Or Lamau, as the kids say. You get Ezekiel 1. Silent Secondary, you get Ezekiel 37 through 14. 37 1 through 14. Spoonman the Aristocrat, you're going to get Daniel 3. Tails W is accepted by Kira to be her apprentice. You're going to get Daniel 6. Wasn't aware there were so many Daniels. That Mouse Girl, you're going to get Hosi 1? Now they're just making these up. Come on. Umbrasite, you get Joel 228 through 32. Vincent Calabrese, you get Amos 710 through 17. And week 4, asking for a Darling in the Franxx review, you get... Let's go all the way to the bottom. Oh, those are acts. Those are boring. You know what? Because it reminds me of Remington, you get Luke 217. And finally, moving on up to the inappropriate Joey Wheeler tier, where this week, what to give them? Man, it's a little hard to do the super creative ones by yourself, gang. I have got to be honest. So with that in mind, I'm going to give everyone, because we usually do it in a 2 thing. Like, I give Remington a thing and then he has to interpret it, but I can't interpret my own things. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. We'll do it old school then. We'll do it old school. I'm going to give everybody something nice to do, for someone they care about. Could be a parent, could be a sibling, could be a friend, could be a partner, could be anything. It's just going to be a lovely, nice mission for you to try and do in between episodes, and if you succeed, you can let us know, and we will congratulate you. Or at the very least, I'll make Remington congratulate you. Starting with, here's my second account. I'm upgrading Joey Wheeler until the Nananbiori gets reviewed. Rare Kumiko. Might as well do all of yours at once. My third Patreon account is now upgraded Joey Wheeler from Nananbiori, and until Shaun shows Nananbiori to Rem, I will upgrade 1 Patreon account to Joey Wheeler each week. You're up to 3. You are wonderful but insane. All for Nananbiori. Alright, hey, fantastic. So the 3 tasks I'm going to offer you is, first of all, give somebody a hug. Give me anybody a nice hug. At least 5 seconds of a hug. Good old squeeze. That's one good task. The next thing is to tell a friend that you love them. Yeah, do that. We don't tell our friends we love them enough. And I especially love my friends when they're here recording a podcast with me, because man, is this difficult on my own. And your last task will be, say something nice to someone in our community. There you go. There's your 3 nice tasks, Rare Kumiko. Thank you so much for the support. And next up is juices flowing down Shaun's thigh. All your body's made for pleasure. You're the star of my liquid dreams. Oh. Hmm. Your nice task is to take several nice pictures and send them to people you care about. Yeah, that works. Like, if this is who I'm, like, 99% sure I think it is, you got lovely animals. Take lovely pictures of them and let people know that you're thinking about them. Yeah, you know what? Nice pictures and let people know you care about them. There you go, that's one. Latino's Resting Bitch Face Society screamed in pain after moving a huge rock. Your nice task is going to be... give somebody you haven't chatted with in a long time a call, whether it's on Discord or a phone. You know, give them a call. See how they're doing. And if the phone call is too anxiety-inducing, which believe me, I understand, instead you can compliment some people. Just compliment some people, you know. Just give them a nice, heartfelt compliment. Make sure it's an honest one. And finally, Rowdio. Your task is going to be cook somebody a nice meal. And that somebody can be yourself. Treat yourself if you need to. But I highly encourage you to find somebody and cook for them. Doesn't have to be super fancy, but, you know, just something heartfelt. Put your heart into it. You know, show others you appreciate them. Like I appreciate my friend Remington when he's actually here to help me do this part, because my god, am I suffering. Well, once again, thank you guys all so much for tuning in. We love and appreciate you very, very much. And as always, don't fuck your sister. Do. Do. I'm gonna kill him.